All right, guys, what's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. As you're tuning in on YouTube, be sure to check out that disclaimer. Remember that day trading is risky business. Remember, if you're new, it's best to take it slow. Utilize the small size, utilize the simulators before putting out an insane amount of risk. Do not fall victim to starting and sizing up right away. It takes time to improve, takes time to get better. So keep that in mind always. All right, with that being said, let's jump into the watch lists. And I'll take off the disclaimer screen here. We'll be good to go. So the scanners are looking decent. We got a couple of stocks here. Ideally, if we can just have 2-3 strong stocks a day, that's always pretty good. So we have IBG, which is up 200%, pretty insane. There's also SBFM, which is a familiar sounding name. And then CNTM. So SBFM is up 53%, 19 million shares of volume. And then CNTM, that one is up 78% and is at 88 cents. Yeah, MLGO, I'm not sure how that one is looking after the crazy big push and sell off again. Front side MLGO, man. But then backside, brutal backside. Brutal backside for MLGO. So let's take a look at IBG. We got pre-market highs up at 183. Not bad. We had a low around VWAP, which is fairly down there. But as of recent, we've been slowly curling up. I'd say the last legit low point has been 150. And since then, we've had this bit of a tighter range around 160. So we'll see how well it holds up. We are above the 200 EMA on the daily, which is currently at 141. And then we got, if this one happens to be strong, I'm seeing here 335 as a high point going back a few weeks, few months on the daily. I'm going to confirm if this is all-time highs. IBG. Yeah, I believe 335 might be all-time high. So I'd say it's in range. It's possible we could see a strong move out of this one. Or let's say continued move into the open because it's already been strong. I mean, we're up 200%. But nevertheless, these are the type of stocks that give us that volatility. And, for the hyper scalping style where we're taking tens and hundreds of trades in a day, maybe even 1,000 for some people, depending on how aggressive they push it. We're more than likely to see some sort of turbulence, some sort of, up and down price action here to give us chances. So IBG looking pretty good. So moving on to SBFM. This one, I'm pretty sure we've traded before a couple of times. Looks like there've been a ton of splits. Right now, pre-market highs, 383. Low of our current pullback has been 301. So just above the whole dollar there. We're holding up. Not bad. Let's check out the daily chart. SBFM. I'm going to just look at it on E-Trade. So the stock has been beaten up over the last few weeks. We've had a small pop going back to November of last year, but nothing super significant. I think it might be the type of stock to just play by ear, see how it goes. But, you know, 360, $4, it could be possible, but it just comes down to if this is where the volume is, right? If this happens to be the main stock of the day, and push on. CNTM, on the other hand, this one might have, in terms of expectation, maybe a little bit more expectation from people because it's in this price range where we saw recently, you know, RGLS, for example, and on some others, go from about 80 cents, break of one, and then continue. So being that we're around this 87-cent area here, perhaps we can hold up and curl up. The 200 EMA is all the way at 250. So if it happens to give a massive breakout day, maybe we can get to 150. Even 150 would be, you know, crazy. So anytime one of these stocks give a big move, we got to appreciate the volume because, you know, it doesn't always happen. Appreciate the momentum. Yeah, other than that, the daily chart, I mean, there's nothing else that's really standing out super strong and obvious. So I'll just take it slow. So yesterday, by the way, you know, I ended up, yesterday I came back. So RGLS, I think it was, that broke over 150. I mentioned that if the stock, is it this one or is it something else? It might have been the other one that's like had the offering. I already forgot the name. I can check the watch list from yesterday. But yeah, anyhow, I came back and it broke over 140, I think, and it was halted up. And I got frustrated, man. I'm trading this thing and not making anything. And then it gets halted up at 195. It resumes, and before it dips, I jump in and I get blazed. It dips down. I didn't get filled at the lows. I got filled at like 87 from like 94. It got to the low of 180, false halt down, and then rips up over 2. And I just rage quitted. Like I got so mad that I went red on that trade. And I said, you know what? I don't want to see another chart here for at least the next day. Man. So, you know, in part of as to why there wasn't a recap, that's kind of why. Like I didn't want to like look back at the screens. So I waited after 4 p.m. and then it's like I can't bear to look at the disaster of what that chart was for me. It's never personal, but you know, it got a little choppy. So right now I'm setting my share size here. I think IBG, I'll probably watch into the open. Today there'll probably be a little bit more trading off screen on the other monitor because yesterday I found myself, you know, kind of chasing my own tail, trying to get everything up and up fast. So there's going to be a little bit more trading off screen, and I'll try to do a little bit more narrating in terms of like what I'm looking at, what stock and like what setup. That way, you know, it's not just like the wrong stock on screen and people like, what is this guy trading? What is he looking at? But yeah, so there's 30 seconds as usual. Let's be disciplined. Let's be patient. Let's look to trade the best setups. Let's look to have a good day. I guess it was RSLS, right? That's what I meant to say. IBG, SB, FM, CNTM.
HOD. CRWB. RSLS. SBFM. MLGO, RIBN, CGNT, WTF.
SPFM off to a good start here.
BST, BRT, RUN, CTOR, CRWB, SPWH, WTF, ANGO, TTEC, AZEK, MLGO, CNTP, BBPR, NCNO, RDFN.
As usual, as we know, the first 2-3 minutes could be a little choppy, so being patient, waiting.
5 minutes and 26 seconds. G halted. JYD will resume at 9 hours 35 minutes and 18 seconds. RKT. NBIS. WTF. ANET.
By the way, where's my did not load up my 10-second chart.
BST, TCRT, HOD, TNA, N, ACHR, RCAT, META, RKT, CCT Belton, SYT resumed 9:36 minutes and 32 seconds. YOSH halted. HYOSH resumed at 9 hours 35 minutes and 57 seconds. TPM. BST. SPWH. TCRT.
Alright, we got IBG back at the highs here. So CNTM, watching this one. Seems like they're holding up the best here to start. The halt up did extend a little bit.
CT may resume in less than
Hopefully gets halted up here. I think this will be good
CNTM.
if we can get locked in.
ALAB. B. CGNT. RCAT. CLSK. WOOF. CMPX. NCNO. AMPX. MLGO. SOUN. MRVI.
The halt is now at 12.
RCAT. CLSK. WOOF. WTF may resume in less than a minute. BB. RCAT. CLSK. NCNO. SOUN. CMPX.
Watching here, waiting.
WOOF. BB.
Yeah, okay.
CAT. RKT. CGNT.
On,
NCNO.
watching.
NYSC. RCAT. TMC.
Looks like that was a pretty bad fill. A bit of an accidental buy coming down there at like 6. Can we see this 1 minute candle here hold up and then retest the highs? Kind of botched that a little bit, but okay. 23 to halt up, but there's some big sellers at 20.
BST. G will resume at 9 hours 47 minutes and 30 seconds. FLX may resume in less than a minute.
And OTB.
CNTM. TTEC. ENGS may resume in less than a minute.
It could go, but again, there's sellers here.
TTEC. RKT.
Okay. Wow.
LXEH may resume in less than a minute. CNTM. JYD may resume in less than a minute.
Yeah, sellers here are definitely posing a bit of a resistance. Oh, shoot. Wow. Not the best fill there, but okay. Good to know.
BST.
Could have tried it a little earlier. Could have had the top tick.
CGNT.
See, that fill right there is brutal. Not the earliest buy, but also not the latest to get that type of entry.
CGNT. RKT. MBST. ASPI. CGNT. TTEC. IBG may resume in less than a minute.
INTZ.
WXM. ALAB. MRBI. MPST. CGNT. TOI. TTEC. WTF may resume in less than a minute. EWTX. CRBO.
I might have to check out some of these resumptions.
CGNT.
LXEH,
HEPA.
YRSH, ICCT, FLX, IPG.
This could be backside, it's possible. I'm gonna size down a little bit. 5 minute chart is still bullish, but definitely seeing some resistance here.
GRI. KYT resumed at 9 hours 57 minutes and 43 seconds. TOI.
Oh,
CNTM.
can we get the halt up? Oh, 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 oh. I did not get that. It's a lot of chop right there.
FLX.
It's like somebody's like marketing in or something. It just kind of evaporates all those big sellers.
resumed at 9
JZXD.
hours 59 minutes and 56 seconds. CNTM. TTEC. JZXN will resume at 10 hours and 20 seconds.
Damn. Should have been more aggressive there.
JYT may resume in less than a minute.
I'm like 25 or below. It didn't just stop at 26. It's like 25 or below, and I'll take this dip fearlessly.
NCNO. May resume in less than a minute.
JYD. IPG. QSG. IPG.
QSG halted.
Longs can be nervous here if it doesn't bounce right away. Time? Candle. Okay. Wow. The candle had less than a minute there.
FLX.
CNTino. WTF halted. WTF will resume at 10 hours 4 minutes. Meters later.
Haven't really sized up on this one. There was one area that I felt good, but didn't really take the trades.
CRB.
That was like 10 minutes ago. Didn't really size up. But could have probably been in, something a little bit more heavy.
TTEC.
It might halt down. Oh, it's kind of low. It's at 14.
SPWH. BBPR.
The halt is at 14. So it might not halt down. It's kind of low. I thought it was a little higher.
LEG.
At like 18, 19.
TTEC.
Watching for the bounce. I think we should curl up. Just waiting. Can we see 28, 29?
TTEC.
Okay, maybe not.
NCN.
Can try one more time if it presents the opportunity.
QSG may resume in less than a minute. EWTX. TTEC.
Well, it should have went. Should have went to the moon. Okay, it's still here though. It's not. It didn't break down yet.
QSG may resume in less than a minute. TTEC may resume in
ICC2.
less than a minute.
NCRB.
NCNO.
QSG.
WOLF.
All right, we're getting lower highs. Time to back off.
CCT halted. CCT will resume at 10 hours 8 minutes and 33 seconds.
JZXN.
Oh, what? Okay, I'm about to say, what is this resistance at 25? Oh, can we push through?
IPG.
SLDB. NCNO. CRWB. JZXN halted. JZXN will resume at 10 hours 9 minutes and 23 seconds.
20 seconds to this candle on the one.
WB.
The bear flag is bear flagging here in the short term.
CRWB. WOLF.
I gotta be careful about using up so much of my mental capital in that consolidation. Oh, it's failing. Worth the shot, worth the shot. Yeah, I think I tried too many times on these two candles, and then I'm like, okay, after this green candle, we're more likely to go, but didn't try right here in these two areas, or at least this green candle. What else do we have?
SPWH.
Perhaps that retest of this level doesn't make sense unless we really pull away first, like maybe 33, 34, get some more confirmation.
JZXN may resume in less than a minute. CRWB.
ICCT.
WTF may resume in less than a minute.
SPWH. High is at 79. Small size first. Gotta try and gauge this one a little bit just to see how it's moving. We got some volume, but are we gonna be able to push through 75? Three. Can we see the new high? Can we see the new high? This one is definitely choppy. Alright, $7.70 stock. Probably needs a little bit more time, if anything, but I don't know, man. I'll keep waiting. If this one continues to gain some more traction, I'll keep watching. These are Adepsi. LCF, SPWH, IBG, CNTM. How are we doing? Did we get back over 25? BG had a nice run up though. SPWH, we'll see what it does. For now, switching back to CNTM. We had a good 5-minute candlestick above VWAP. We'll see if it's able to hold up.
It LX.
There's 80. Back to 77. Okay, 84. Can we open up some more for SPWH? Can we see 88, 90, 95? There's 85. I don't know, it's just not giving me the good vibes yet. Need to see more upside. I could never get a good fill buying the dip. I think we should see at least 15, 16 if this is good though. I can never get a good fill on the dip. Why, brother? I am in the depths. And can we break the seller? Alright, I'll take the flat trade. It might still break here in a sec. But this is where having a better fill, I could have been able to just sit and wait. There's 13. But only 13. Back down 10. Is that the day? Is that it? I know it's only 10 a.m., but it's been years since I went till 4, and it's been months since I went till like 1, maybe like 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago for 1 or 2 days. The days to trade till 1 p.m. for me will be back soon. You know, once we see there are days where once one stock died, the next stock starts, and it just keeps going until like there's nothing left. Mm. TCRT. I don't know about this one. There's 93. Can we get over $3? TCRT gaining some volume here. TCRT. The pre-market highs are 22 if it really gets going.
TCRT.
TCRT opening up a little bit. Pre-market highs are 22.
TCRT.
Come on, brother. Come on. For the pre-market highs, we are dipping early. The moment I size up, it's a dip. Oh, this is, I don't know, might be the wild, wild west with these spreads here. Yep, why did I said that and I still bought it back. Why? No trade list is what this is. Christmas tree pop and drop. God. All right, okay, maybe it's time to shut it down and get out of here. Jeez. Why do these stocks even bother popping up? Yet again, we didn't break the pre-market highs, so maybe I got aggressive too soon. Yep, I think that's the day. I think that's the day.
CCT.
Yeah, I mean, it's early, but I don't see anything else. And these days, my patience to wait for something else is in the slums. CNT, I'm no good. IBG rejection. All right, this is where I'm going to shut it down. Checking out the chat here. Looks like some of the guys might be red. Some of the team. The setup that I thought I should have loaded up on was let's see. CNTM right here. at 954. Should have loaded up after we made this new high for the breakout. Right here in this candlestick, should have loaded up. $9.54, $9.59. I think $9.59 a little bit more quick, but utilized a little too much mental capital here. But that's why you gotta always be quick to cut the trade, because even on a setup where it looks like this is gonna keep going to retest the highs, eventually in 30 seconds it's like new lows. So even if you're holding a big position from below, it's just rough. It's just bear flagging, stair stepping to the depths. But yeah, decent day. We'll take the small green and look to come again. So if you're going all the way till 4 p.m. or maybe 1, 2 p.m., continue to be disciplined. Continue to be patient as you look for those good A quality trades. For me, I'm looking to shut it down. It just seems so early. Maybe I jump into Gen 1. I can jump into Gen 1 for a little bit. Hang out for maybe 30 minutes. Hold on, I gotta get my headset here. If not, I will die of boredom waiting for the next stock. Back in the days, I'd stay here till 4 p.m. every day, regardless of anything. Even if I'm red, I just size down to one share and still stick around. Like if I hit like a max loss day. Fixing my settings here. Let's see. Check, check. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Here it is. What's going on, man?
Not much. Slow day.
You got to tell the people a little bit about your experience on that last team house.
Yeah, man. Dude, it was incredible experience, man. The mansion, the pool, I mean, just all the activities we could do in the house. But even beyond that, just trading with the team, seeing Save, seeing Tim, Marcelo in real time, dude, it was just an incredible experience. Gives you another like fresh air of confidence that what they're doing is possible. And one of the things that I take away is just looking at Tim's metrics. Man, this guy is absolutely a monster when it comes to day trading, keeping it very tight. Green days are big, just like what you would expect, right, from a professional trader. And that was a big takeaway for me. And just, again, the amenities, it's fun, it's a good time. So I highly recommend this team house, and not like anybody can go in there, but I'm just saying it's just highly recommended. I think it's just incredible. Thanks, RT.
Yeah, man, definitely. Quite the experience. Yeah, there's a vlog that we made that should be out in like maybe 2 weeks, I think. In another 2 weeks. The editor should have it ready. Gotta check in with him, see how it's going. But he should honestly might be finished already, but we'll see. There's a ton of other interviews and things that we did as well. For those of you who might not know, we had Be the Story was also there for a couple days. So we got maybe like 8 podcast episodes with him, and then we have ones that we did ourselves. So those episodes are also being edited, and we're gonna start up the students' success stories again. We have at least another 10-15 people to interview that are doing really well. Dash and also Alice, who's in here as well. So shout out to them who have recently turned the corner and seem to be killing it in the game here.
May resume in less than a minute.
Enzo, yours as well, man. I mean, there's a lot of people who are like there and just absolutely, smoking the markets and improving. So it's always good to see.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you.
Someone is asking how much profits do they need. Honestly, it's not really about profits. So if you come to the trip as so there's 2 ways you can come to the trip, right? If you're like the raffle winner, and then if you're just someone who we're friends with, pretty much. That's all it really is. If you're friends with us, you can potentially come to the trip. Nothing too crazy. TTEC.
If LX.
VMAR halted.
Backwards construction.
Will resume at 10 hours 37 minutes and 20 seconds. WTF halted. WTF will resume at 10 hours 36 minutes and 22 seconds.
How much I have to pay to be your friend? I mean, honestly, and anybody in the chat room really like that we know of, and so for example, Stealth, he's in the mentorship sessions, and this is why it's always important for us to like show our faces and these type of things, because it becomes more personal. Like you get to see who people are, and like that like that barrier that's there is gone. So honestly, anyone in the chat, and this summer we're doing something that more people can come to. So in fact, it'll be anybody who's available, right? Once we do this seminar, that'll be in New York City this summer. So if you're free for the 2-3 days, it's gonna go into a weekend. So if you're free, you can show up, especially if you're in the tri-state area. Maybe you can drive. For the people who are maybe on the West Coast, we'll probably do something on that side of town at some other point. But yeah. Next time we're gonna try to invite a couple other traders to come. So more people from our community, and then even some others like honestly the invite is open to anyone, right? Like even the big timers, right? We recently made a video showing some love to Ross. If you guys have seen that 60-second clip. Marcelo, and of course Marcelo and Tim are former warrior trading students at some point. So they still have like a connection to Ross. We've spoke to other big time YouTubers as well, and anybody can be there. Like, you know, don't be surprised if you see like some sort of big time guru there, and also just, you know, regular people in general, which I guess you wouldn't know because, you know, you don't really know them by their face. But yeah,
CRVO.
team house party. You know, someone in the YouTube chat is mentioning that. Believe it or not, this is a topic that came up in the most recent team house.
In less than a minute.
It's for us to throw a massive party at one of these events, but there are complications, and we could do it for sure. Like, we have the funds if we really wanted to do it, and you know, we probably could make it free for everyone. The only issue is, one, the place where we're typically renting, you know, more than likely they're not going to allow any sort of like bigger social events. Maybe we could find a place that's specifically for that. Maybe that can, like, you know, work for having like permission. Because I've been to a mansion before for a party. This is all the way in like Atlanta though. But I'm pretty sure we could find somewhere. It's definitely something to consider, right? So have everyone show up for like 6 hours. There'll be some catering, a nice DJ, and it really be like a networking thing rather than just, you know, really a party. Anything is possible, right?
ALMS.
Lawsuits. I don't think there's any lawsuits that I would have to look at. Sounds a bit random. Oh, that Ross was fined. I mean, you know, if you look at these things, so from my understanding, it's like he's fined for a particular type of like marketing, and honestly, like I have videos talking about this stuff. Like, I think one of the lines that they highlighted was, "Hey, look over my shoulder as I trade," right?
VMAR.
Honestly, like, if you, so for us here in MMU, right? Like, we have live trading archives, and if somebody watches these archives,
WTF.
and that's, you know, I'm not like saying I'm gonna just defend this guy straight out or anything like that, but it's like the wording of how you describe your marketing or how you choose to market. And I literally have a picture of me. You know, you guys will know Crispy here in the chat.
VMAR.
There's a video I made, or a picture I took with me looking at Crispy as he's trading. And it's like, if I'm to market, hey, look over my shoulder as I trade and I get fined, I mean, shit. But, you know, I guess there's a responsibility for both the, how do you say it, the customer and the what's the other part? The person who's, I guess, the business owner. Let's just say the business owner, right? The business owner, you have to watch how you're wording things, how you're saying things, how you're doing things. And then I think as well as the customer, there should be some responsibility too. Because like if I ever get sued, I mean, I think that would be crazy, right? I don't know everybody in this space personally, but for myself, I say anything because I'm so transparent. Like, I would say anything. I say everything, right? If you look at the videos that I make. But I can back up everything because I post live trading archives. I post you know, I live stream in the chat, all that good stuff every day. It just would be sad to be sued. If this is how he was sued, like for me personally, it'd be sad to be sued for being so transparent. Like I should be immune from that stuff because there's so many people who are selling something that is fake, you know. So the SEC should have to do their due diligence to clear out all the fake traders in the world before they even take a look at me, right? Somebody who's doing the real deal here every day. Is that arrogance? Is that like, hopefully not. Hopefully it doesn't come across that way. But let's be honest, there's out of every 10 person who's like a guru, probably one is real. So how about getting these people who are selling, you see it on every day, it's marketed to us every day. A lot of people, you look into it and it's like there's this is just garbage. Complete fake, no track record, no live streams, no nothing, just hey, I know how to market, so I'm gonna exploit people and sell a course, sell a program,
SPWH.
which is pretty sad. Not to get, and we'll probably end that conversation there, but yeah.
IBG halted. Resume at 44 minutes.
Oh man.
RKT.
I mean, everybody will have opinions, which is fine.
WTF may resume in less than a minute.
But just big shout out to all the people who are transparent people in the space. That's the biggest thing for me, right?
TCBX.
Even if someone is promoting something and like they're just honest about their journey, where they are, I think that's fine. How about this TTEC? Is it any good?
TTLP. TTYN. CLSK.
By the way, if anyone in here has questions or just want to ask anything, you guys can feel free.
BMAR may resume in less than a minute. TTEC.
It's like I had a red month last month, right? Like I could have easily tried to like run into the shadows, hide behind the team here,
Less than a minute.
promote like the gains of all the students. Bro, like there's none of that. Like to do this stuff, you have to be comfortable, right? You gotta be comfortable with who you are, and I think that makes it a lot more easy to just share your story as you go. Like there is nothing anybody could say that could ever make me feel offended or any sort of way. Which is why I'm here every day. I'll come in here without a haircut. I'll come in here, like, which I guess isn't always a good thing for just the business in a sense. But it's just who I am. Like I'm just rough around the edges, and I just go like it doesn't matter to me. I'll just I'll just show up and go from there.
RKT.
FLX.
Yeah, sometimes I gotta give my hairline a break.
VMAR.
Yeah, you gotta show the real side of trading, which is the good, the bad, and
IBG may resume in
everything. The slower months, the hotter months.
Meeting halted.
We spoke about
NYPD
how
resume at 10 hours
trying to
30
make
minutes.
changes can be uncomfortable, right? And part of the reason why we talk so aggressively in terms of our students is because we show everything, and we still understand that even with that, trading is still going to be hard. It's still going to be risky. Not every one of our students has turned a corner. There are still students who are working to get there, but the recipe is definitely available, right? So the blueprint is there. We
IBG.
talk a lot about starting slow, going small first, and then slowly as you start to gain a good grasp, and then you gain that experience, that competence,
BMAR halted.
and you do end up turning the corner with that small size, only then it makes sense to size up. You know, so people who are coming in and following that through and through, like you really don't even lose money when you start this venture. There's the overhead of cost, of course, for any business, right? Maybe your subscriptions to a scanner, your subscription to like level 2 data. Maybe some people might also have like you know, like e-signals or whatever platform for extra charting. But besides that, you know, your hard equipment, your computer, your monitor or two, and then your internet, you can practice trading for a low cost. You know, just small size simulators. So when we do see the students doing well, you know, we feel pretty good about it.
WTF may resume in less than a minute. ALMS.
How much are the mentor sessions? Okay, so the mentor sessions are free for all the full package members. We'll do mentor sessions every Monday. There's also going to be one on Thursday. And it's honestly like an unlimited thing. As long as you're a student, a full package student, you know, you have access to join. We do it via Zoom. I mean, I can pull it up to show you guys like how it looks. Like we'll go over trades. You know, we'll have sometimes Triad will host. Sometimes I'll be there. I'll host Marcelo. The students have asked for also more guests. So for this Thursday, I'm gonna reach out to a couple people, see who's available. They usually go down at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'll see who's available, and I'm hoping to get Tim or Beam, especially Beam. I think it'll be nice to have Beam in there. Shout out to Beam. I have a 5-minute vlog of last weekend. That's gonna be a good one. I have to send it over to Beam before I post though. Make sure he's cool with everything. Have him audit the vlog because it's primarily about him. But you guys can stay tuned for that. That should be out on Saturday. This week, Saturday, couple days. Tisha, you started at Warrior. Yeah, I'm familiar with all those names there. Danny, I know a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. I I think he's in this chat room too. He's not as active, but he'll stop by every once in a while, say what's up.
BMAR.
Knowing what you know, do not wait, hold on. Knowing what you know, would you recommend newbies investing money into a day trading course, or is there enough out there to learn from? So I didn't buy a course and I learned how to trade. I'll start by saying that, right? Um, is a course necessary? I would say no, it's not. I mean, I learned without a course, right? But what I can tell you that a course does is that it can help you to condense the time it takes to learn, right? So in terms of like shortening the learning curve, when you have the transparent mentors and then everything that's organized from zero, you know, to then let's say from A to Z, and then you have live examples, the mentor sessions. I definitely think it helps cut down the time it takes to learn. But on YouTube and on Google and so forth, the information will probably be available but scattered everywhere. Maybe you have to watch one guy to see how he's doing this and then watch someone else to see how they're doing that. versus everything just being right there, and then you have access to us as well, which is pretty big.
10 hours 53 minutes and 36 seconds.
Like I had a student kind of I wouldn't really say demand, or actually not even a student, but a chat room member really, that was like, hey RT, like I want to show you something that I've noticed in the last like 2 weeks of your trading, right? I actually, after I came back from the team house, so he's messaged me a couple times, and then before you know it, we kind of hung out, and what felt like 20 minutes was 2 hours of us talking, going over trades and doing these type of things. And I've done that countless times here in the community, not only myself but the other guys. And every now and again there's a lot of value that's always being shared, right, in the community.
EPG.
I can pull up, so there's so many study sessions, like if I do a study session, I'll just post it to the classes, as in like with the team house, those type of things. There are those study sessions, there are videos that are available. Every now and again the guys will come in and do a full breakdown of their day. It's always helpful. These are things, if you're doing it on your own, you probably would have never like known of or seen. Then the chat room aspect, there's a lot of like smaller subsections, or if you want to call them like cells, where groups of like 3 or 4 people will hang out, get to know each other, and they'll do a lot of like calls for study sessions, things like that.
CLSK.
The buying behind a trader thing is definitely a complex thing. It's like me, right? Like I have and because I'm so transparent, I'll talk about all this stuff. Like this is what this is all about. Like I have 500 people watching me trade. Like is it possible that someone sees me, like I say this every day in the opening, like copy trading will take you to the depths. Let's say somebody found out of this channel this last month, and they're going to try to copy, like it's just, even on a good month, it just doesn't work for this style. It's just too quick. We're like, it's too quick, and then the YouTube stream is delayed by like 5 seconds, 3 seconds or more for some people, depending on their location and stuff like that. So it's just not recommended. It's like you have to learn how to fish. Could there be a trade where it's like a longer hold trade for me, and I'm just there for like 5 minutes holding the trade, and then somebody's like, okay, I'm gonna try to take this entry. It's like the key is to understand why you're ever taking a trade. Your risk to reward. There's some days where I don't even speak, and my mic I might even be talking and my mic is muted for like 40 minutes or something, or I'm just quiet on a particular day. It's like, to just see me in on a trade and try to buy the same trade because I'm a profitable trader seems kind of silly, because you're not thinking of the risk. You don't even know where my stop loss is to try to just say I'm going to buy because this guy bought. It's just, if you fell victim to it before as a rookie trader, okay, you give yourself a pass. But if you're someone who's around and you do this type of stuff, let's just be honest, it's just pretty dumb, right? There's no other way to say it. It's one of the dumbest things anybody could do, is to try to just copy trade. Because when you understand the strategy, you don't even need to watch me trade to know where I'd be buying. Like, for anybody, the students, once they go through everything, it could be a day where they're just by themselves, no YouTube streams on, nothing. They would already know the type of trades I'd be taking, because that's what the strategy is. That's the place and the level that we need to be, right? As a community. Now, if you're trading a different strategy, you're trading a different strategy. It's just, maybe you're going short, maybe you're swinging, holding longer, whatever it might be. So, in his situation, I mean, I've watched a couple of recaps. I've watched a couple of like the GameStop live stuff was like insane to see that day. That's like a couple of years ago. I don't doubt that people don't try to do it because people are people. This is just me speaking like in general. Like people are people, and which is why it's important for us to say it every time as a part of our disclaimer early in the day. Before the day even starts, to let the people know. But the people who are doing it, it's like they're not being forced to do it. They're doing it on their own free will. It's like if there's 500 people watching me and one guy just decides, hey, RT took break of five, I'm gonna just take break of five. I'm already out of the trade. This guy's still holding down $1 share. Like, is that my fault? Like I'm just here having a conversation with you guys. Like,
WTF will resume at 10 hours 59 minutes and 45 seconds.
what can I do to like save this person in a sense? After already saying it so many times every day.
APLD.
We gotta still, I think both sides, I'm also gonna still be responsible, but on the other side, you have to also be responsible as the consumer, as the viewer, as the customer, and let's proceed with caution. Not because it can look easy, it means that that's the smart thing to do.
RGTI.
We gotta not fall into the traps. And if that was the case, then every single person in the world would have already been profitable by copy trading. If it was that easy. If it was that easy. But yeah, anyhow, I guess we kind of made the point there, but we're always going to mention it in our disclaimer, mention it throughout the videos where we can, and then on the side of the viewer, you have to know that it's not the right thing to do. I don't even know if there's an edge there, but what happens when, I retire tomorrow from live streaming forever? It's like these are all things that we have to think about.
Whoa, RT, I just joined now. What are you talking about? I'm scared.
No, I was just talking a little about like people trying to copy trade, things like that, and why they have to be careful to not do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's just too risky, right? There's delay on YouTube. There's the risk of just not learning anything, and the best thing we can do for ourselves is to learn a strategy than to just try to like copy. But yeah, it's just some YouTube comments, like people asking questions, stuff like that.
Yeah, how did you finish today, RT? If you finished?
Yeah, I think I'm done. I'm not really seeing much else. I think 850. Yeah, 852.
Yeah, that's dope.
SHLT.
Yeah, last 2 weeks, I think, trying to hold a little longer in some areas. But I don't know if I was doing it the right way. There's something that I was thinking about after studying a couple of times, and I think the key for me is to utilize bigger, and part of it is like holding longer with bigger size. But I think the key is to utilize the bigger size in just all the areas where I have the intuition. But a lot of times I'm still finding myself not pulling the trigger. So it's just really mental stuff, honestly. A lot of mental stuff. Medved trader platform. I never heard of it.
MAR.
Canadians.
I use it.
Yeah, is it good?
It's like that. It's not really any differences.
Oh, okay. How much is it for like the level 2? Well, I guess the software.
I think it's like if you want the level 2 data that's provided for $120, it's like the platform is $25 and the data feed is $49, so 75.
It's not bad. Almost half the price.
Yeah.
I mean, so for anyone who's new, they can check it out. They can save, especially as a newer trader.
Yeah, this is how it's looking. I will send in the chat.
BMAR.
Okay.
SPWH.
The only thing with me is that I'm a little stubborn, so it's like I probably wouldn't change platforms to save just because I don't want to deal with like learning the new interface, which is probably not a
Yeah.
great thing, but
Yeah, it took me like 2 days to understand the platform, and I probably like lost some money from it.
BMAR will resume at 11 hours 4 minutes and 52 seconds.
but for sure, if you're someone looking to save and cut down on the expenses of like the overhead.
Mm-hmm.
So I think next week I'm gonna do the interviews, the student interviews again. So I'm gonna reach out to everyone and set up like time frames. It's usually gonna be between 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. market time, where I'm gonna just adapt for those days. I'm just gonna not trade in that time frame, even if something is moving, and lock in those interviews.
Are you going to do Dynamo, although it's not a student, but
Yeah, I've planned on doing chat room members as well. There's a lot of cool chat room members that I talk to every day. People who are still like watching the recaps and partaking in the study sessions and things like that. But I think the students first, if possible.
yeah,
Uh,
sure.
but definitely as an extension, the chat room members as well.
So will it be just blue tick members or every member?
Yeah, and I'm honestly, and I'm open to sharing people's stories who are not even like profitable yet. Like if you're still going through the learning curve, because there's still value for people, seeing different perspectives. So anyone, it's gonna get to the point where it's like anybody who's willing to share their story.
Yeah, my English is pretty scuffed, but we can do something.
Yeah, definitely, man. And a lot of people they'll like to know how it is, like for foreign traders. Sometimes people trading in different locations, so should be
Yeah.
good. How is the market data so cheap? Is that what Nick is referring to, or something else? Commissions? Looks like it might be commissions.
AREB.
DAS is about 120, 150 a month, depending on the package you have.
Yeah, use the 151, no, RT?
I think so. Yeah, I have 150. 1 minute trader, take it easy. One day I'm gonna merge the YouTube chat with the Discord. All this traffic going into the YouTube chat. Some people just love to. I think maybe they're watching different streams as well, but in the Discord it's a little bit more intuitive, as you can post screenshots, join calls like this, and so forth.
BMAR may resume in less than a minute.
But yeah, this is a good place to shut it down. I think I'm gonna walk here, so you guys can have a good rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, stay green.
Yeah. Bye, RT. Have a good day.
Yeah. So YouTube's take care, take it easy as well. Catch you guys next time. Classic Titanic.
VEAR.
All right. This has to be one of my favorite scenes from this movie. I know it's pretty like dark, I guess, but you guys know me. I'm pretty big on like just saying Titanic every time a stock sells off into the abyss, into the depths, to the bottom of the seven seas. So yeah, let's see. I personally enjoy the interviews. Always interesting to hear. Students slash traders can learn advice. I have interviews with I have an interview with Marcelo. I have an interview with Tim. I have an interview with Save as well. Like they've already been recorded, so we did that at this last team house. So it's like in person, which is a little bit of a different vibes from the usual online. And I think we might have like another two. So it should be good. Again, I'm just waiting for them to be edited, and you guys can stay tuned for that 5-minute vlog that'll be out with Beam. SPWH. Honestly, it just seems like a tough stock to trade. It seems thickly traded and a little bit more difficult than usual, so I'm leaving it alone. All right, take care, stay safe, stay green. Catch you guys later. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe.